What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. The past 2 days have been pretty crazy. We've been getting so much information from Blizzard on all of the new features coming in Phase 2 for Season of Discovery, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Blood Moon PvP event in Stranglethorn Vale and all the crazy rewards we're going to get from it. There's tons of epics. So without further ado, guys, let's dive in. Alright, so here we are on Wowhead. Blood Moon PvP Rewards, patch 1.15.1, Phase 2, PTR data mining. So this stuff has all been data mined. If you want no spoilers, just a heads up, click off this video. I'm going to show you guys all of the epics that are going to be available through this PvP event. So if we scroll down, we have a blue post here. PvP updates, beware the Blood Moon. With Phase 2 of Season of Discovery, we are introducing a new PvP event called the Blood Moon. This new event brings with it a bit of mayhem to Stranglethorn Vale, and the Blood Moon will shine above the zone, casting an eerie red fog on the area. Building on what we have learned from the Ashenvale PvP event in Phase 1, we have created this event to occur on a more predictable timetable so that players can plan for when they are able to take part. So, and then here it says the event is the Blood Moon. It takes place every 3 hours and it lasts 30 minutes in Stranglethorn Vale. During this event, killing players will allow you to earn currency, which can be traded for various rewards. While you can still group up with your allies for the event, the Blood Moon is a harsh mistress and will punish those in raid groups. Some of these rewards include powerful class items tailored for each specialization. Besides a specific exception for hunters, you can wear one Blood Moon item at a time. But as it is currently unknown how to obtain these powerful items, it is also unknown if you can purchase more than one. Check the items below. So this is the spoiler warning, guys. I'm going to show you guys the items. We don't know how we're going to obtain these items yet, but I was looking at them earlier and they are absolutely crazy. So I was like, I need to make a video about this because some of them are so cool, and I'm really excited to get my hands on these items. Interesting here to note that it says that the Blood Moon is a harsh mistress and will punish those in raid groups, meaning that I'm assuming we're not going to be allowed to form giant raid groups for this PvP event, but we will be able to group up, 1 to 5 players in a standard group. So that is very interesting as well. But let's move on to the items. We're going to scroll down and start with the Druid items here. For the Druid items, we have the Enchanted Sanguine Grimoire, which is an offhand that increases your damage done with arcane and nature spells by 16. We have the Bloodbark Crusher, which is a two-handed druid mace, 17 strength, 11 agility, 6 stamina, gives you 80 attack power in cat and bear form, and an on-use that adds 5 storm strike damage to your melee attacks, damaging the target and its nearest allies affect up to 3 targets, causing additional threat, so would even be helpful for tanking as druids as well. But aside from that, this is just a really strong mace in general. And then we have the Blood Bonded Grove Talisman, which is a trinket that has an on-use instantly heal a target ally for 300, but sacrifice 300 of your own health in return after 2 seconds. Moving on down to the hunter items, we have the Bloodlash Bow, which is a crazy bow with a chance on hit to increase your strength by 50 for 15 seconds. It's kind of weird. Looks like it's playing into like the melee hunter thing, which is pretty cool. So basically you could be standing back blasting with your bow. You get that nice proc and you jump in melee range. Maybe you have your dual wield specialization rune on and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have the Tiger Blood Talisman, which is a trinket that increases your pet's critical strike chance by 1%, and an on-equip effect that your pet critical hits cause you to become energized, granting you 5 mana. So every time your pet crits, you're gaining 5 mana. We have the Sanguine Quiver, which is a 16-slot quiver granting 14% ranged attack speed, and then, of course, the ammo pouch to go alongside that. The mage items, we have the Blood Resonance Circle Ring, 9 stamina, 6 intellect, increases your damage with arcane spells by 16. The Ember Blood Seal, which is basically the exact same ring, 9 stam, 6 intel, but 16 fire spell damage, and then 1 for frost as well. Moving on down to the paladin items, we have the Eclipsed Bloodlight Saber, which is a main hand sword, 4 stam, 4 intel, increased damage done by holy spells by up to 14. We have the Bloodlight Avenger's Edge, which is a two-handed sword, 15 strength, 14 stamina, increased damage done by holy spells and effects by up to 24. We have the Bloodlight Crusader's Radiance, which is a trinket with an on-use to unleash a delayed explosion of blood and light, causing 150 twilight damage to all targets within 10 yards. And then the Bloodlight Offering This is your healing trinket. It has an on use to instantly heal a target ally for 300 and sacrifice 300 of your own health in return after 2 seconds, just like the Resto Druid one. Moving on to the priest items, we have the Blood Covenant Seal, which is a ring that gives you 8 stam, 7 intellect, 7 spirit, and increases healing done by spells and effects by up to 13. We also have the Sanguine Shadow Band. 5 stam, 6 intel, increases your shadow damage by 14 and gives you 3 MP5. And then the Sanguine Sanctuary Trinket, which in on use, instantly shield a target ally for 300, and again, sacrificing 300 of your own health in return after 2 seconds. Moving on to the rogue here, it looks like we have the Blood Harvest Blade, which is a 1.9 speed dagger with 9 agility and 8 stamina on it. And then we have an offhand dagger with a 2.0 speed, 6 stamina on it, the Blood Spattered Stiletto. And then we have the Swift Sanguine Strikers, which is an offhand fist weapon with a 1.4 speed, giving you 8 agility and 9 stamina. Moving on to the Shaman, this was one of my favorites. We have the Bloodstorm Barrier, which is a nice shield that gives you 5 stamina, 8 intel, and 14 spell damage and healing. We have the Bloodstorm War Totem. This is a 2-handed mace with 12 strength, 8 stamina, 10 intellect, and a chance on hit that says knocks the target silly for 2 seconds. And you know what? This one is so cool that I want to show you guys a picture of this. So this is what the Bloodstorm War Totem looks like. So most of these items, I don't want to take too long and show you guys every single one, but they have some new models. They look really cool. Like the warrior weapons look awesome. The paladin weapons look awesome. This is a 2-handed mace for shamans. And I was on 60 upgrades. And actually, if you look at the thumbnail of this video, that shaman is using this giant totem, which is a 2-handed mace, as a weapon in the thumbnail, and I thought this was just so cool. I had to show you guys. And then next up, we have the Ancestral Bloodstorm Beacon, which is a trinket with an on use to unleash a delayed explosion of blood and nature, causing 150 plague damage to all targets within 10 yards. And then we have the Bloodstorm Jewel, which is a trinket that instantly heals an ally for 300 and sacrifices 300 of your own health in return after 2 seconds. Moving on down to the Warlock, we have the Infernal Blood Coil Band, which is 8 stam, 8 intellect ring that gives you 14 fire spell damage. And then we also have one that gives you 14 shadow spell damage. That's same as 8 stam and 8 intellect. And then we have an Infernal Pact Essence, which is a trinket with an equip effect that gives your pet gains 20 stamina and 80 intellect, and an on use to unleash a delayed explosion of blood and fire, causing 150 shadow flame damage to all targets within 10 yards. And then last but certainly not least, we have the warrior weapons here. We have the Sanguine Skull Crusher, which is a 2.3 speed, 1-handed mace with 10 strength and 6 agility on it. We have the Sanguine Crusher, which is a 2-handed mace with a 3.6 speed, 18 strength, 12 stamina, and an on-equip effect to increase your chance to get a critical strike by 1%. And then we have a 1-handed sword with a 2.0 speed that gives you 6 stamina and an on-use effect to unleash a flourish of steel and blood, wounding all enemy targets within 8 yards, dealing 65 shadow strike damage and causing them to bleed for an additional 5 damage every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. So there's some really cool items here, guys. I'm excited. We don't know how we're going to obtain these items yet. I'm really cool. Like, I just want to dive in here and do this event and figure this out, because these are some pretty cool items, and a lot of them have like new models that weren't in like vanilla classic era before. Like that totem mace is awesome. The warrior mace is awesome. I didn't want to show you guys every single one. This video would end up being like 35 minutes long, but you can check them out for yourselves. I'll drop a link in the description for the Wowhead page. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I can't wait to jump into this. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video. And if you guys want to hang out with me live, I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/hammerdance. Link will be in the description below. And if you want to join an awesome community Discord, I'll drop a link to that as well. We will welcome you with open arms. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.